Hi guys, welcome or welcome back. As you guys saw by the title, today we're going to run through some popular books that I don't think I want to read. I made a TikTok video of me running through some of these books and a lot of people had opinions. I thought it would be fun to run through a few more that I don't feel like I'm going to pick up. If you guys have read any of these and you love them, then let me know in the comments because for some of these I definitely will be persuaded to read them. I'm going to start off with ones that I don't feel like I'll be persuaded to read, and then I'll move on at the end to books that I could probably be persuaded to read. Starting off with the Dreamland Billionaire series, I just can't think of anything less relatable than reading about a bunch of billionaires. And yeah, I know nothing about it, but I just kind of feel like they're gonna have the most first world problems of any problems. You know, these are ones that I just kind of feel like I would be rolling my eyes at, unfortunately. But again, I don't know for sure. It's just this feeling inside of me. I do like romance. It's not my top favorite genre. So it's kind of like the sports romance thing where it's like, if you add billionaires on top of the romance, I'm just going to be like, no. The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I have heard way too many mixed reviews on this and like this interconnected series in general to pick this up. I've heard that it's super spicy. I've heard that it's a Gilmore Girls knockoff, which I love Gilmore Girls. If you know me, you know I love Gilmore Girls. But some people say that it's like really pulling from Gilmore Girls, and I feel like that would irritate me. Some people have said it's a really fun little palate cleanser, but other people have said, you know, this is the worst piece of literature I've ever read in my life. So basically, I'm only going to read a romance if other people are highly suggesting it. And if it's a mixed bag, I'm probably not going to reach for it. Incidents around the house. A lot of my favorite creators that I trust deeply have said that this book is not good. Horror isn't my top genre. I've heard a lot of my favorite creators saying that this book is really popular on Book Talk, but I haven't really seen it unless somebody is saying that it's bad. I've heard that the kid in this is, I forget what age she is, but she like doesn't act her age sometimes, and it's like the person who wrote it doesn't know how kids actually act or what they say and what they know at certain ages. So I feel like that alone would really annoy me. But also, I'm not a big horror girly, so I don't know. Again, it's hard to explain with some of these why I wouldn't want to. A lot of the times it's because of like bad ratings. So Colleen Hoover. I will give a disclaimer though that I do have Verity on my shelf and I do plan to read it at some point, but that is the only Colleen Hoover book that I have heard is worth reading. That's why I have it. I know there's a bunch of drama and bad stuff surrounding Colleen Hoover, but I also know that a lot of her books involve abuse, and that's definitely not my vibe at all. If I pick up any book and there is abuse happening and it's trying to be turned into like, oh, but we love each other, even though he's abusive and horrible to me. No, absolutely not. I will slam that book shut so quickly. Not here for that. I'm not romanticizing abuse in relationships at all and will not read about that. Flock and Exodus and whatever other books are in this series. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I don't even know what this is about, but I have just heard not good things. Okay, so this is a romance. I feel like this is going to be too spicy for me, more than likely. If you know me, you know that I don't hate spice by any means. I feel like spice can definitely add to the story and make it feel like more adult, but I start to get annoyed when there's more than like 3 spice scenes in a romance novel. And I've heard that this is spicy, and I just don't know that I would love it. I've heard some people talking about some quotes in here, and just no, I don't think I could do it, guys. Moving into kind of like dark romance, I don't think that I would be a big dark romance girly because I don't like abuse and I don't like spice. At least I don't like a lot of spice. So, and to me, tell me if I'm wrong right now because I would love to be corrected. But when I hear dark romance, all I think about is abuse and spice. It sounds kind of bad, but like that is just what comes to my mind. And both of those things, I'm just like, no, no, no. Correct me if I'm wrong though. So, The Ritual and The Predator. I've seen these around a lot and yeah. I just don't think I could do it, guys. Anything that resembles 50 Shades of Grey or anything darker than that, I just don't think so. I remember in college, I think, trying to read 50 Shades of Grey and ew, that man gave me the worst ick ever. And I just want to say, definitely not shaming anybody if you love that genre. Honestly, more power to you if you love that genre. I wish that I loved that genre, but unfortunately, I just can't get into it. Moving on to some popular books that I definitely could be persuaded to read. So the first one in this category I actually do have on my TBR shelf, and that is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. After I read Fable, I kind of decided that I wouldn't like this. A lot of people find this book hard to get through, and it is dark academia, and if you have been here for a while, you know that I have a very hard time with anything academia, dark or light, whatever. If there's academia, I get bored so quickly. And this book is really long, and I've heard that it's very dense, and that's exactly what I kind of try to avoid because I know that I'm just not going to like it. It's unfortunate. Again, it's one of those genres that I wish that I could like it. I really do. I want to like it. And I do like the concept of it. The concept is really intriguing, but I just get so bored and I just check out every time there's dense academia. So I feel like this is just not going to be for me, even though I want it to be. Going down the same dark academia path is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I desperately want to read this, guys. But again, it's the same exact situation as The Secret History. I just don't know if it's going to be for me. If there's a lot of heavy, dense academia, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get through it. And once again, with dark academia, If We Were Villains by ML Rio, this is another one that I really want to be able to like. And I've heard that this one isn't as heavy on like the academia, and it is heavy on Shakespeare, which doesn't sound good. Not gonna lie. That just doesn't sound good. Like the found family and everything is what intrigues me and like the dark setting. But if they're literally just gonna be like referencing Shakespeare all the time, I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. I wanna do it. I should just give these a try and just DNF them if I don't like them, which I probably will end up doing at some point. And the last book that I have on here that I could probably be convinced to read, but I don't know, is Red Rising. Sci-fi, again, is one of those that is similar to dark academia for me because there can be a lot of dense science in science fiction, and science was one of my least favorite subjects in school. I did not do well in it. I appreciate science, but I personally don't understand it. And I don't care to. If this is going to be like very scientific and dense, I just don't think I want to. I read Project Hail Mary last year and I really enjoyed that book because of the characters and the plot, and it was just so sweet. Even that book, and I know that book isn't even that scientific, but even that book, I was skipping over paragraphs and paragraphs of like scientific jargon and stuff that like I knew that even if I tried to pay attention and read it, I wouldn't understand it. I was just skipping over and skipping over. And so that's why I have a hard time with sci-fi too. And I Just don't know if Red Rising is going to be for me because I've heard that this is also very dense. And it's a mixed bag. Some people love it and some people are like, no, I don't like it. It's hard for me to decide if I want to put energy into trying to read this series. So yeah, guys, I just don't think that these would be for me. I could be very wrong though. And if you think that I would like these, I would love for you to try and convince me in the comments. If you've read these and you love them, let me know. If you've read them, you hate them, let me know. I would also love to know what popular books you guys have seen around that you just definitely don't think you're going to pick up. It's always interesting to see people's different tastes. Chat with me in the comments, but until next time, guys, bye!